Hi everybody, this is Ingi from Tarot Ingi, and today I'm going to talk about King of Cups. Now I've completed the suit of cups and I want to continue with swords. What I love about this suit of cups is that when they show up in your reading, a lot of them, when they dominate your reading, you really are going to be able to learn a lot, because this is when your mind is like a sponge and it will be able to absorb learning. You might think it's swords, but there's so much stress sometimes and conflict with swords that it's hard for the mind to relax and take in the learning. With cups, it is much easier, because this is when people are really relaxed. They are loving what they're learning, they're interested in it, but more from that they're really loving it and loving it. It's not so much even energizing them, it's more that they can just sit and be absorbed in it. It's what they love doing. So this is when this is like your life and you're learning and you are growing, you're going to be able to grow much quicker than when you have turbulence and when you have conflict. So the cups really are the best suit, in my opinion. With all of the court cards, the kings show up to give you a sense of things are now at a high level in your life. Like, it's not beginner level anymore. Now you're operating on more advanced level. So it is often mastery of some kind. And the King of Cups has mastered his emotions, diplomacy, tolerance, and very good at communicating across boundaries such as age, gender, and culture. This is someone who has emotional strength, and if it is a situation, then this situation is giving you these skills. Okay, so this is teaching you how to be emotionally mature and knowing how to communicate to people, basically. That's a really important skill. And this is the card that will give you the traits so that people will trust you and respect you. So it's a very good card to get in pretty much any reading, because this is someone, so if this is you, if this is describing you, then you're able to use these skills to get to know people, to run your business, to advance in your career, to deepen your relationships. If it's a love reading, King of Cups speak of being able to create a deep friendship in the relationship. That your partner is also your best friend. And if you are single, then this card can mean that you will fall in love with your best friend, and that you have been soulmates for a long time, but maybe you were friends and now you realize it's more than friendship. It's more than just a friendship. And often with this card, it denotes that you really know this person well. But if you're in a relationship and you get King of Cups, it means that there is friendship in this relationship as well, and that you can always rely on this friendship. It is deep, and whether or not you were friends before, you are always going to be friends. You're always going to have that connection. So it can also mean sometimes with King of Cups that you're living a little bit alternatively, because King of Cups speak of someone who's very accepting, and they are a little bit different as well. They don't feel like they have to fit in everywhere. They're quite comfortable in their own skin. So it can mean that you're living a little bit on an alternative lifestyle. It can mean that as well. In a career reading, King of Cups speak of recognition. It's a very good card to get in career. It means that it's your personality and your warmth that will win you a lot of allies in your job and career, and that you are a natural healer type. So especially in healthcare job, you do really well. I see King of Cups sometimes represent doctors and vets. It speaks of being very confident and competent, and some kind of recognition follows. It can also mean corporate world, and often mean really at a high level. It can mean CEOs. It's a little bit similar then to the Emperor, but this time it's something again that you do because you love it. Like, you don't love, like the Emperor is more like loving the order of things, but with King of Cups it's like loving the people. When it comes to feelings, this card speaks of feeling confident in your own skin, feeling that you're mastering life. If you have felt that your life has been out of control, King of Cups will tell you that if it shows up in your reading, that now life will come together for you. And if you're asking how someone feels about you, then this person feels that you are someone that can be trusted, that you have a friendship, and that this friendship can turn into love. This card is most likely a yes in a yes-no question. In a personality type, King of Cups denotes someone who is very benevolent as a leader, protector, mentor. And that this is someone who's also very affectionate and is a very affectionate partner, friend and colleague, someone who gives you the feeling of, I care about you. So this is someone who is emotionally strong and has very good social quality, high social intelligence. They are intelligent often. And they're great with people and good communicators. So they're often spiritual. They have different interests as well in many different areas. And sometimes they're very interested in other people to the extent that they want to know about other cultures, different types of lifestyle, and they're happy to live somewhere culturally different to what they're used to as well. They often become very good at business because of their good people skills, and they have good instincts. When King of Cups is reversed, then it's someone who is unable to show these qualities for whatever reason. So it's usually a lack of motivation. They have lost some sort of motivation, often due to a belief that the world doesn't need them, want them, or that they have lost faith in the world. And they're unable to express their feelings, and this can cause a lot of harmful and negative feelings in them, often even dark feelings sometimes, because they feel very misunderstood. It can create a lot of selfishness in them and fears of rejection and bottled up emotions. So you can see this with strange behavior, weight gains sometimes, addiction problems. When it's really bad, King of Cups can even mean an evil person. So it can be lack of compassion, basically. King of Cups reverse can also mean that there's a lack of positive leadership. It's always really hostile. Mentality. And also very intolerance, basically, between people, especially people who are from different parts of the world, that they're unable to see eye to eye. So it can mean that as well as a situation. But when it's a personality type, it's often someone who is very jealous and insecure. And they sometimes even think that they can buy love and own people. And this selfishness and need for attention is often at the heart of why they do things. So they can be demanding and controlling in relationships. They can turn into a full-time job for their partners. So instead of being friends and have a deep friendship, it's like dating your enemy when you're in a relationship with someone like this. Needy and insecure, play the guilt game, and they do this to get some reaction out of people. They often have a dissatisfied look on their face. They often look miserable because they feel miserable. And if they can't have something, they don't want anyone else to have it either. It can mean a very childish person. But I also have found with King of Cups people that sometimes they even try and break up other people. Like they try and break up other people's relationships and families for the sake of it, basically. It's really toxic then. Let's see what the runes are saying about King of Cups. If it's anything we're missing, let's have a look. Okay, so what they're showing me, the runes falling almost in a rainbow, and then there's like a rune at the bottom, almost like a pot of gold. So it can mean that King of Cups, now I'm talking it more upright, it's actually quite optimistic. and they always believe there's going to be a treasure or a pot of gold under the rainbow, so they look at the positives in everything. And King of Cups reversed then is more when they've been disappointed so much that they're unable to recover from their disappointments. But at the beginning of it all, they were just too optimistic. But King of Cups people are very optimistic, and they believe that good things will come out of pretty much any situation. And they're very spiritual, always aiming really high at everything that they do, because they always believe that it's going to be good outcomes. So that's actually part of their success, is they're not really afraid of responsibility, they're not afraid of aiming high, they're not afraid of failure even, because they are such optimists that they believe that it's all going to work out for them in the end. And they're able to see the big picture, basically. So with King of Cups, if you get King of Cups, that means that you have every reason to be optimistic. That's your motivation, is to always think at the positives. If you get it reversed, then look at what was it that disappointed you to the point where you felt like you couldn't recover from it. Because if you can get rid of that disappointment, that feeling of being disappointed, then that will help you reach your goals. And if you're afraid of letting go of the disappointments, find out how it serves you. And it's often then to how does disappointment serve you? Well, it could be, for example, that then if you hold on to it, you don't have to be disappointed again. So with King of Cups, it's a lot of optimism, and optimism will take you straight to your goals of where you want to be. So what you can do, if you want to do belief work, you can do, for example, ask the Creator to give you, to tell you the truth, basically. So that, let's say you're very optimistic, or maybe your optimism is leading you somewhere that could lead you to disappointment, for example. You don't want to let go of the optimism, but what you can say is, Creator, show me the truth in this situation and how to move forward in the highest and best way with grace and ease. And always know that Creator will tell you the truth if you're asking for the truth. Because I think King of Cups is someone who is very good at working with truth. But King of Cups is so optimistic because King of Cups, I believe, is very much a spiritual person. So it's spiritual truth. So it takes it to that level where everything has an extra level of meaning. Everything has extra depth to it. So with King of Cups reversed, then it becomes someone who maybe have been disappointed on a very spiritual level, very fundamental level. So let me know how you guys go with King of Cups. How is it showing up for you guys in your reading? King of Cups, to me, is someone who's very understanding, who is empathetic. So let me know what experiences you have had with King of Cups. Bye!